Survivor Series happened.
Yeah.
Look, it was relatively good. I think overall amazing card, shit finale.
Yeah.
I think it went downhill
the
as it went on. I think like all the multi-man matches were fantastic.
Yes.
But like all the title matches were so and so.
But then again, that's exactly how you expected it to go.
Yeah.
Well, just talking WWE, not.
Yeah.
Like saying like Lesnar and Ray had its like high moments.
The double 619.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was incredible.
I'd say the Fiend and Bryan match is pretty good, I'd say.
I thought it could
It was
have
a
been
cool storyline
better.
and wrestling, but it was a bit
I
rushed.
think it was definitely an afterthought of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh yeah, we need that match as well.
So I think they put themselves into a corner with having the three-man champions where they didn't
Yeah.
want anything to lose. They were like, hey,
Yeah.
let's give them all individual matches.
So let's
Yeah.
go through order. So beginning we had two matches we didn't predict. We had
We're gonna
tag
go
team battle royal.
We're going to do NXT as well.
We'll do our NXT afterwards.
Fair enough. Battle Royal, we didn't
The-
see that
the
coming.
Battle Royale, yeah, that just came out of nowhere. Who won?
Ziggler and
Yeah, Ziggler
Yeah,
and
so
Roode,
SmackDown.
because why not? So
Right.
we didn't have a prediction for that. Yeah, it was just like another little fun match for all the tag teams. We
Yeah.
went to Triple Threat for the
Cruiserweight Championship.
NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Leo
had
Rush.
Leo Rush beating Akira Tozawa and Kalisto. Lucha.
They got 0 from 3.
Oh yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
Those were the first 2 points. So those
Yeah.
those counted the points. So we had SmackDown on 1, NXT on 1, and our last match of the pre-show we had
The
the
tag
tag
team
teams.
versus tag team.
So Viking Raiders, Undisputed Era, New Day.
You called a spot, then it happened literally 15
Yeah.
seconds later.
Yeah.
if
I
that.
was like, oh, I bet you he's gonna cartwheel out of the finisher move.
The
He
highlight.
did, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, there we go. But
is
Viking
good.
Raiders coming out on top for that one.
It was a good match.
It was a great match. Yeah, well done.
I kind of agree with a lot of people on this. I reckon it was good, but it wasn't the best it could have been. Just coming out considering it
Well,
hurt
yeah.
Undisputed Era. I just felt like there was a lot more they could have done. They
Definitely,
did have their big
definitely.
spots, but like I still feel like they could have had a bit more oomph to it.
I'm happy with it though.
I think it was also just the fact that it was on the kickoff.
Yeah.
They didn't put in all the energy because it was a kickoff, and
That's
as
fair.
much as they try to claim it's not a pre-show,
It is a pre-show.
they
It's a
they book
pre-show.
it in a certain way. Like they're just like, yeah, these are the match to kind of get them going, did big spots. That's what
Yeah.
we do.
But that was all 1-1 going into the
Yeah.
main show.
Yep.
And then which we open up with surprisingly the women's Survivor Series match.
Which is great.
Good opening
It was
choice.
good.
Yeah.
Had a few interesting moments. Had a few dumb fucking moments.
Sasha breaking up a pin.
Sasha breaking up a pin to then pin the person who was doing the pin.
I mean, I get that it was to catch someone off guard, but why? Just
But
let
Kyrie
let the
had
pin happen.
Kyrie had
Yeah.
guaranteed the win on Tony there. She had done her finish move, wasn't going to kick out. And then Kyrie just looked hella weak because she got
Yeah.
knee to the face and got pinned.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to
It was a knee
let
roll,
ruin
but
someone.
still, yeah.
But there was no attempt to kick out.
No.
It was bang, 1, 2, 3. Kyrie then rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great way to make one of your two champions in that match look strong. So that was pretty dumb.
Asuka
But
just flipped out afterwards, and then Charlotte
yeah.
pissed her off.
we did
And
have
the
the great
Mist.
thing about Green Mist, but
That
we
was
also
also
had
good.
Io
Kyrie,
Shirai and
Kyrie's in.
Candice
Coming
being
back.
hurt.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, and coming
so
back.
putting NXT at a disadvantage, in which then Bianca Belair got like 2 eliminations. Kept it going, tied it back up, and then just the end moments of Sasha losing. That's always a plus side. Rhea Ripley with the win, so can kind of.
That helps us.
pinned or like faced off against like 4 top people now this week. She's on a
Well,
freaking
she's
roll.
pinned 3 of the 4 horsewomen
Yep,
right now.
and she fought Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like beating
Oh
3
yeah,
of the
beat,
4
yeah,
of them.
because we don't know what the call was on that one.
Yeah.
They just went, oh, bell ring the bell.
But yeah, beat Becky, fought Becky, pinned Charlotte, pinned Shayna Baszler,
Yeah.
and now pinned
Pinned
Sasha
Sasha.
Banks.
So she's
What a
on a
roll.
roll, so I think
Yeah.
NXT is definitely going to be like, hey, push to
Yeah.
the stars.
I
For
think
a while.
it was like a big NXT is now not just the developmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just think it gave the only problem with that match is a lot of people looked too weak. So you had like
Yeah.
Toni Storm just fucking got wrecked. Like
Yeah,
she didn't
definitely.
do too much in the match. She didn't have any big moments, and then got taken out by 2 people.
Yeah.
Which sucked because she was all of NXT UK. That happened to both NXT UK representatives
Yeah.
tonight.
Bit weird.
Just cool, do a couple things, now fuck off.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah.
You had, the expected fucking Dana Brooke getting kicked in the face and 1, 2, 3. I
Happened
don't
later
remember
on,
Sarah
thought.
Logan getting eliminated. I don't remember when that happened. I presume it was early.
It happened like mid-match.
Yeah. So like
I remember
the
thinking
usual
that.
suspects look strong. All 3 captains.
Yeah.
You have the typical hard screw you. Yeah, Asuka spitting the mist in
In
Charlotte's
Charlotte's
face.
face,
Charlotte
yeah.
then getting out, which I think took a bit too long. I think people misread cues there because the mist happened and then we had a long phase of Charlotte just
not
standing
doing
there.
it.
And then Lacey carried her, but it was late.
I think it took a very, very long time. Every other time in matches the mist comes out, it's mist, match over. Like, so that happens. That was like mist, Charlotte just standing going, for about a minute.
And then
finally the punch in 1, 2, 3. I just think a lot of people looked weak. I feel like they're like, for time reasons, just quick move, go, cool.
There were some good showings, but there could have been more good showings.
I just think there was like a lot of nothing at the beginning, like a lot of tag, switch, and then just a lot of you're out. Like
we had some cool segments between like Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. That was awesome.
Yeah, well they kind of had like one little quick like chain wrestling thing. Could have gone longer, but that's always the complaint with Survivor Series matches. You get those dream pairings and they only go for about 30 seconds. Which was a cool moment, but NXT came out on top for that one, so that puts NXT 2-1-1 at that point. We then
have the mid-card
titles, AJ, Shinsuke, and Roddy. The one we all got wrong.
Yeah, Roddy got the win.
Roddy got the win.
That was a cool move.
A little cheapness to it, but classic heel play.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I expected more from Sammy. Like Sammy got involved once.
Yeah, and that was just to push AJ.
Yeah, he kind of just pushed him into the post to
Bashed his head into it.
stop the Kinshasa, stop AJ stopping the Kinshasa, but then he missed anyways. It was a whole thing. But Roddy winning, it was good. Yeah, good little heel moment.
And a great match as we all expected.
Yeah, a lot of striking, a lot
awesome counters,
all that sort of stuff, which was really, really good.
Another
one that it was good, but if they were to do that match again, I reckon it could be better.
Yeah, especially when everyone's at 100%.
100%, no stakes. It's just for 3 people fighting for the sake of fighting.
Yeah, understand that.
They could have a pace
there.
I think it definitely was, but it's one of those things. Now that they've been in the ring, they've done it. They were to do it again. They
know what to do against each other.
Yeah.
Especially now with Roddy being involved with both of them.
I still think there's always like a little bit of fear with the mid card thing that they don't want to steal too much away, which it did anyways. Like it's 3 top stars.
Yeah.
But I did feel like those times it was a little bit like I was like, you could do more. And once again, Roddy being hurt, quick turnaround kind of for it, all that sort of stuff. I reckon if they were to do it again, like, not to say like completely forget this, but if they were to have round 2, it'd be even better. Now they've kind of gotten comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty good match. I think it was definitely contender for the best match of the night.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say between that and Adam Cole and Pete Dunne.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Adam Cole, Pete Dunne.
Good segue.
Yeah, Adam Cole, baby. Like, I don't feel too shocked about it.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. They had some great spots.
One of the coolest counters I've seen to Bitter End so far.
Yeah.
We got that into the Panama Sunrise.
Yeah.
Was freaking incredible.
I think pretty standard. Like it was a great match, but pretty standard outcome. Like both come in hurt. There was they had a big match last night.
Yeah.
Saying Mauro Ronaldo lost his voice. That's why he's not there. Sure.
Damn it, Cole.
But it was good. Like it was a really, really good match. Like one of those things. Once again,
they needed.
I reckon we're gonna get another one of that down the road sometime soon.
Definitely.
Probably before end of year.
Or next takeover.
Yeah, like full strength. Just
go for it.
Yeah, I think it was more of a setup match for next time for them.
Yeah, I just it could be voting anyone at this point. I think Cole's pretty much clean it. You got Ciampa, you got Balor, all these people. I reckon it's about time NXT sets up for a multi-man title match. Ladder match, 6-man, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
You get Cole, you get Tommaso, you get Finn, you can throw in Pete Dunne, you can throw in
Matt Riddle.
all these people. Like do some like qualifying matches.
Yeah.
Even plot twists like Roddy wins. Roddy's in the match as well. Like,
like
have 2 undisputed guys and then the thought process of like, hey, but I could win that title though.
Yeah.
Like all that sort of stuff. But yeah, pretty straightforward. We all predicted that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Just didn't feel like the time for him to lose it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah. Which then led us to Fiend.
Yes.
Fiend Brian, I believe.
Was that Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would it have been?
Was the men's one before that or after that?
Men's was sick.
I think it went this and then men's Lesnar. Women's.
Yes.
Did it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Fiend Brian.
We just watched this.
Fucking.
I mean, there was a lot of matches.
First thing to throw out, get rid of the fucking red light. I hate it so much.
Like, I think it has its place.
I think it worked for Hell in a Cell.
I don't think it worked there ever. It's just really cringy. Like, you guys keep making the jokes. Sin Cara, the reason they put the lights up for Sin Cara, the original Sin Cara, was he was shit.
Yeah.
Like, they put the lights on because he was so fucking bad that they're like, if we just put on some colourful lights and no one will fucking complain. I hate it. Just normal light.
I think it does have its place though, if they booked it in the right sort of environment, on the right storyline.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It just didn't fit with Brian, like, in this
Oh,
sort
no,
of
no,
thing.
not at all.
I think they need to make it, if they're gonna do it, they should make it more of a special thing and save it for special events as opposed to like every time.
We'll
it's a
bring it in
big
halfway in the match, because apparently he has mystical powers or whatever. Fucking, like, halfway through the match he doesn't move, red light, oh cool, like...
Sure.
I don't know, just seeing the yes movement in all red didn't...
No, that didn't.
And it's just a match I didn't think was as good as people wanted it to be. I just personally... It was alright.
It was good.
I thought it was fun.
It had its, you know, like, we're going into the cliche Fiend stuff already. You get like a good 5 minutes of offense, and then there will be like a moment where we're gonna pan to you, and you're gonna be like riled up, and then Fiend will stand up behind you.
Yeah.
It's just we're already falling into cliches with him.
I think there was one cool point where they did break that cliche, where he like stomped him out and then kicked him, and then he got back up, and then did the second time, but the third time he kicked him, and he like half got up, but then he slumped actually down afterwards.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one where Brian had done it, or he pinned him, it didn't work, he turned around, and then they did the pan out, and Bray was standing behind him.
See, I thought that was just
No, I thought that was pretty
It
good.
was a cool
like that
angle,
a lot.
but I can see that happening in every match
That's
from
true.
now on, and like, if
Maybe.
it's going to be a consistent thing, I'm bored of it. Like, I don't want it anymore. Like, he did it in the Seth one, he does it at live events, just the constant no-sell, which is cool, but that novelty of that's going to wear quite quickly. Like,
Maybe.
you know, either just don't have him fucking have matches as much if you're just going to make everyone else look super weak.
I mean, he doesn't really have many matches.
Exactly,
offered
but
right
like,
now,
so far he's had Finn, he's had Seth, he's had Brian, but he's done all three of those exactly the same.
Yeah, that has been over the span of like 6 months. So.
It has, but if every match is the same, I just don't think it's as good. Like, you know, let someone look strong and have him like kind of look weak, instead of just like, oh, now by the way, all the damage you've been doing to me doesn't matter. Like, that's kind of the way it's done. It's not like a sudden like I'm gonna ignore that. It's he's done it every time in the later end of the match, which is saying everything you've done in this match has been completely worthless. Which I get, they're trying to make him look strong, but they can make him look strong in other ways. There's so many champions have had it before. We have like, you know, all these other people that look strong without just no-selling everything. So I just think they need to figure that out before it. For me, it's running old, which means I'm 2 months ahead of everyone else, because 2 months later they'll start complaining about it as well.
Probably.
I just think, you know, give him something else than just the constant no-sell. Now, oh look, I'm suddenly standing up, and now enemy's gonna go about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it was cool the first time, but it's gonna wear out quickly, that kind of novelty of it.
Yeah, I can see that. However, they do probably need to change it up a little bit. It's sort of...
It just seems to be following the same sort of pattern.
Yeah. Like,
I think
pattern-wise,
it's still finding its footing though. Like, I think it's going to evolve from here.
That's true.
I would
I
like this.
wouldn't mind them saying trying something a bit new.
Yeah, I reckon let them get there. They're still working on it right now.
Yeah, I'm not just saying, like, you know, in the long run it's going to be boring. I'm saying for me personally, I'm already getting sick of it. But in the long run, if they keep doing it, other people are going to be sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, nah, fuck it, scrap the gimmick. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I
thing
mean,
is-
like, what I'm saying is, sure, it is getting boring now, but like, just personally, I think they're still giving it more time to develop.
Yeah, but it's also
So
just the
I can't
fact that
see them taking
he did it like 4 times in that match.
In that match.
Yeah. Just, okay, no, I'm not going to sell that anymore. I'm just going to stand straight up. And they kept doing it again and again in that match. Like, there was quite a few times where he just suddenly was up again. It was like, cool, I'm here again. And it's just like, you know, that kid that's put on hacks in the games and can't take damage now. And it's like, cool, you knocked me down, I'm back up now though. You know, you can do other stuff. There's so much more you can do than just no-sell. Like, you know, cool counters.
Yeah.
You know, we have seen a lot less of that from Bray, and while original Bray used to be quite innovative with his countering.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He did catch him out of a suicide dive in this match. That was good.
Yeah,
That was a good
but it's
back.
basically just his new gimmick of I'm now going to walk on my hands and like and creep you out that way. But now it's just I'm going to no-sell instead.
Yeah.
It's his version of the Undertaker sit-up.
Yeah, definitely.
Which same thing, like you could call it an Undertaker match. Like now he's going to sit up. Oh look, he's sitting up now. Like you know when it's coming. And they've prelude to it quite a lot. Whereas I think you know you can still make superstars look strong while not making him look weak.
Yeah.
And I think doing this makes them look weak.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, Brian did all of his top moves, same with Seth, same with Finn, and he
just got
no-sells it. So I'm like, you're just inadvertently not realizing how weak you make other superstars.
Yeah,
Because
but I think
Seth went from
beating
Brock to then going on like a really good run to now looking like a fucking bitch, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
one, that's just also because he's hated by everyone, but two, I just think in terms of matches, I can't pick many matches he's won lately.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
He lost to Cole, Is this a call or was that disqualification?
Oh, disqualification.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know the big
Lost here, all this sort of stuff. I just think he's suffering from that loss. Like, kind of a bit unsure what to do, and now also the fact that the audience is turning on him.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on the Bray gimmick. Like, I reckon it's working, but I reckon they do need to change it up a bit. They can't just have that same thing.
Try something new each match.
It just feels really like early 2000s where you could rely on that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we can rely on the same 5 things, but I'm like, this is 2019 where
people want
your
to
fans
see
are going to
things.
turn on people so quickly if things don't change.
Yeah.
Happened with Roman, happens with Cena, happens with all the people when they don't change stuff up.
Exactly.
So you just don't want it to fall into our thing. And I just think he just feels a bit too part-timey for me at the moment.
But you also don't want him there all
yes,
the
so
time.
I just also
if it's
feel like
oversaturated,
I just feel like they shouldn't have put the title on him.
Right.
Honestly, until they were ready to let him be a constant fitting.
Yeah,
and I don't mean constant fitting by pre-recorded promos.
Mm.
I mean constant fitting of let him wrestle on shows.
Right.
Because right now we have 2 champions that
Both
are wrestling
sort of
at all.
part-time. Yeah.
While you have Adam Cole, who has wrestled more both on their brands than they have.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
Why?
do your job.
Mm.
Like, hey, you work at Macca's, but I'm going to come in and do your job and you can go away. Like, I reckon they should both be wrestling more on their actual shows.
Definitely.
Just to give the title a bit more worth, I think. Like, actually let them wrestle, let them show how strong they are. It doesn't.
Like the whole Miz thing, like a couple of years ago,
Mm.
when Lesnar.
open
around.
challenges all the time, like in the
Yeah.
US, United States, all that sort of stuff. Like, just to be more, I'm not saying title shots, just be more prominent
Yeah.
in actual matches.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think if you didn't want him to be oversaturated, you shouldn't have put the title on him. Where that person needs to be seen.
Yeah,
and
they need
used
to be the
for-
face.
That's basically saying you're now working the hardest in this company, and right now 2 of the 3 main champions aren't doing that.
I think the only difference for me with that is Adam Cole. Like the Fiend is more of a spectacle than Adam Cole.
Yes, exactly. But
Like he's more of a workhorse than.
So exactly, but still in that point, he's a spectacle. He doesn't need a title.
Like
Do you think Taker should have a title then?
No, Taker's about 100 fucking years
Yes,
old.
but he's a spectacle.
Yes, but he's also well and truly past the prime.
I know,
of retired.
but
He's a
still.
pro. No, but the difference is you don't have to wrestle every single week while you're the champion.
I'm not saying every week, but like occasionally on your brand would be nice.
Yes, but he also only moved to this brand like 3 weeks ago.
And what did he do on Raw before that though?
He wasn't the champion.
Exactly, but he wasn't
And
wrestling
he
either.
built up and he won the match.
But he was on had title shots when he wasn't earning them, and
The
he
Fiend.
would
Yeah.
he was be in pay-per-views having title shots,
He
and
was
then
also the hottest thing in wrestling. at
he
that
was. I agree. But if spectacle isn't the thing, workhorse should be a champion.
Yes.
So your Bryans, your Seths, yes,
Yeah.
champions. They're fitting champions. But right now we have 2 champions. Yes, Brock has been there. It's been great, but he's still not wrestling. It's the same thing of you have your John Cena's who occasionally come back. You have your Rocks who occasionally come back. They're spectacles as well. So they're in that category. Like, yes, I feel like my point I made during the show, give Bray a secondary character. His friendly character. Let that character
Like the Jekyll
wrestle.
and Hyde style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your demon Finn. All that sort of stuff. So he's still wrestling, but the character of Fiend is safe.
Right.
Because now that Finn's basically almost retired the demon for a little while, Fiend can work, Fiend can run.
So theoretically, what you're saying there is like Bray Wyatt himself has the title,
Yes.
and then it's sort of like when there's a big match, it's the Fiend.
It's the Fiend. The Fiend comes to play.
Yeah,
And then you can do the whole little transitionary stuff oh, you want to fight me for the top? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the Fiend starts to appear a bit more.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I just think, maybe he will now, he has been there for a bit. I just like to see my champions on shows.
Yeah, I understand
Personally. Especially with Cole doing so much. Point proven, NXT coming up.
that. It makes the other two look a bit.
Slack.
Yeah.
Bray, I understand, they want to not oversaturate, but I feel like then you could have probably just waited a little bit longer before putting the title on. In that case. He doesn't need the title, because he is a spectacle. You put titles on people that, they draw enough attention, enough buzz, but still need that bit more. Still need that, recognition. Bray doesn't, because Bray, the character before, worked and was loved, and now he has the Fiend, which, yes, is a spectacle, so that's enough of a draw as it is. He doesn't need a belt to do that. You have those stars that just do that. You have those stars that don't need a title to be respected, to be, held in high regard. And I feel like this character doesn't need it if they're going to use him so scarce.
Yeah.
Just have him on the show a little bit more physically in person. Because when on SmackDown, post-winning title, has he been on the show, not on the big screen? When has he been in the ring?
He's taken out Brian like 2 times.
Not in the ring.
Yes, in the ring.
He did
He did it.
backstage.
He did it in the ring in the lead up to this, like on the last SmackDown.
Yeah, once. And he did backstage. Probably pre-recorded.
You've also only been on SmackDown like 3 weeks now. Not even that, maybe 2. Hell
Yeah,
in a Cell wasn't long ago.
But it's still like
And then-
still the
sorry,
same thing.
Saudi.
Still the same thing. Like yes, he went from Raw to SmackDown, same brand, like same thing. He did the same thing on Raw. He would be in the ring, yes, attacking people, but not a match. Probably pretty dodgy post-match, quick little thing, and then we're gonna stand there for 5 minutes of flashing lights. Can do more. It is a good character. Break and work it.
Yeah.
And the only problem is if we use it scarcely, it's a part-time champion.
See, I don't know. I think it's difficult to compare him to a part-time champion like Lesnar, because Lesnar's been pulling this bullshit for years now.
I know, but it's the same thing. Part-time
Whereas I
champion
think-
means a champion that's occasionally there.
Yeah, but my argument right now is I think he's been a part-time champion for like 4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I think there's time to develop.
But it's the
see
whole
where it
thing.
goes.
Still, he was still part-time, and then Goldberg, he wasn't champion when he was a part-timer, but then they gave the part-timer champion. He's the way they're running it makes it feel part-time.
Right.
Because once again, go to NXT, Cole's wrestling every week. He's then done 8 shows the last month
Yeah.
because he did Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then he ran back through,
Yeah.
still appearing on the show.
I mean, now that Survivor Series is done, though, he's not going to be doing that.
I know, which means good because he'll fucking die.
Yeah.
But he'll still be on NXT.
Mm.
He'll probably still wrestle.
I think, yeah. I don't know. I think I want to see where it goes.
And also,
What
just
is
my point
not
of like
having
Bray
changed
was
about
meant
it.
to have a match against Miz not long ago, and they pulled him. He was meant to wrestle on SmackDown. Like the week he went over there, he was meant to wrestle Miz, and they pulled it because they went, yeah, fuck it, why not? We don't need him. I don't know. I just feel like it's back to a year or 2 ago, where everyone was complaining, and I just feel
Yeah.
like it's still the same thing, and it's a bit.
It's sort of like a, I don't know, deity figure where it's like they only come out to wrestle when it's sort of high stakes.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be the big money.
saying give me at least one match on SmackDown before TLC.
Yeah.
One match, all I want. No red lights. Doesn't work on SmackDown. SmackDown
Blue lights.
Yeah.
The gun is red lights.
That's
It's
all I
gonna
want.
happen.
One match. I don't care what form of Bray Wyatt it is, but one match on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Don't care who it's against. Fucking the Bollywood boys. Why not? Bray Wyatt becomes 24/7 champion. He's not even 24/7 champion anymore. Just one match. That's all I asked.
Truth
In
is,
between.
Yeah.
Yeah, truth is, and somehow.
Yeah.
Hey, let's move on because that went for a long time.
Yeah. Men's Survivor.
Men's Survivor Series match. Listen. I don't think there was too much out of the ordinary from this one.
No.
Um,
Well, this
Walter
was-
got eliminated right away.
Yeah, so we ended up having Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Damian Priest, Matt Riddle, and Walter.
The fact that Walter went out in the first 2 minutes.
They gave him about a minute and a
some
half
people.
of looking strong, and then Claymore kicked and was gone.
Yeah.
Big boos, audience wasn't happy.
Apart from that, it was pretty.
I don't know, I just don't think WWE expected the reaction that he got.
Yeah.
I feel like they were expecting him to be the forgotten guy. Like, yeah, he looks big, he can do some stuff.
Well, people know who he is.
But yeah, he walked out and was the one being chanted out of every one of the 15 men in the ring.
Yes.
They were chanting for Walter, and he was kind of shocked as well. And then he got eliminated in big boos.
Yep.
Yeah. Same with Kevin Owens.
Same with Kevin Owens, same with Ali.
He had like a minute and a half spot. Frog splash.
Yeah.
Eliminate.
That was a lot of the eliminations.
Shorty G.
Yeah.
We had Damian Priest got eliminated in these 5 seconds in the ring.
Yep.
Got RKO'd. Then Matt Riddle and Orton kind of went at it for a little bit.
Matt Riddle eliminated Randy
Orton,
Orton,
but
and a
then
look
got
of
RKO'd.
surprise on his face.
But then got
after, which is great.
RKO'd and they got eliminated.
Oh.
RKO'd by Orton straight after he got eliminated.
And Corbin.
So Matt Riddle got pinned by Corbin. Wrestling. Ended up coming down to the usual. Well, no, I wouldn't say usual. I wouldn't say. We had Seth Rollins, we had Roman Reigns, we had Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Keith Lee being pushed, but you know, if most
Keith
people-
Lee got a clean pin on Rollins.
most
That
people
was
would
cool.
have predicted it being Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
Ciampa
Yeah.
went out before, so having that, yeah, got a clean pin on Rollins. But of course,
Roman Reigns.
the big dog wins.
You know
Yeah.
what? I was okay with that though.
I was like, he didn't get overused. In
It
the
wasn't a
match.
shove down his throat kind
Um,
of situation.
Keith Lee looked strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit one of the best power moves I've seen in years from anyone.
My
That
big problem
Spirit
with
Bomb's
Roman
great.
Reigns is that in his matches he doesn't show enough diversity. It's drive-by, clothesline, Superman punch, Superman punch,
Yeah.
Superman punch,
Yeah.
super spear. That's
Which
about
sucks
it.
because
And
we've seen him do more moves. In
He
other matches,
didn't do
but-
much in this match.
No.
Until like that last 10.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked for a bit and laid down outside the ring for like 10 minutes.
Do have to give an honorable mention to the Braun Strowman Keith Lee spot. Strowman do his
How
runaround
good.
thing. He did one, he did another one,
Keith
and then
Lee's
Keith
jumped
Lee
into it.
just cross-bodied, and they both went in the air and just fell.
GT
It was
boy.
so good.
Dropped him.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But yeah, Team SmackDown, so SmackDown finally got a win on the main card.
Yeah.
That was the second one, I think.
Yeah, they got pre-show.
Raw didn't win a match
Raw didn't win a match.
since the tag team.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was pretty standard. I don't think it was super exciting. It was fun for what it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely better than last year's one, the year before.
It would have been nicer if we had like some more of like the
Little
guys that actually do kind of well.
Not even little guys, just like the lesser
known, because it
guys.
came down to like if you had to pick like the last few people in the teams.
You'd pick Rollins, you'd pick Reigns.
Well, it was the last
And
two
every
for
day.
each team was McIntyre, Rollins.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Reigns.
Corbin, who's Corbin's annoying, but he's used a lot. And you had
Keith Lee,
Tommaso
exactly.
and Keith.
Yeah.
Keith Lee being the only, in a way, surprising person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it would come down to someone like in terms of that? Yeah, Matt Riddle, Walter maybe being a champion. They gave it Keith Lee, so I just think it was pretty cliche. It was fun, spots all around, but nothing out of nothing. No surprise. I think everyone's gonna win it. It's Survivor Series.
So yeah, pretty
So,
cut and dry.
but Strowman got counted out though
Again.
in a match where no one else got counted.
Yeah. That
What the fuck? Like there was so many moments where people weren't in the ring, where there's two people in the ring, one out. Why was there a count? It's a triple threat.
Yeah.
Like yes, it's a triple threat.
Did
So,
everyone
You
yeah,
pick
either
him?
count or you don't count. And
Don't put
people
him in the
don't
don't
count.
put him in the match. It's been counted
Exactly,
every
yeah.
time. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Do the Big Show spot where everyone you had 10 other men
You had
that could
Keith
jump
Lee,
on him.
who weighed 330
Keith Lee,
pounds.
Walter, McIntyre.
Yeah. against-
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
All big dudes.
Just 1, 2, 3. That's
Once again, Strowman could have gone out first, or take all 4 big men to do it. He would look strong. Takes
Yeah.
4 men to do it. He doesn't look weak. Count out isn't the
Count out.
isn't the best
Count out
way.
makes him look weak.
He still looked weak because it wasn't even like he was close to getting back in. He didn't get back up.
No.
He did claymore him on like 7. So we had maybe 3 seconds to get in, which he didn't do.
Yeah.
But
But like
still.
normally, the whole thing to make him look strong is I didn't make it in. Like
Yeah.
if it was like 9 Claymore, that would have been a better effect. Also, I'm pretty sure the Claymore happened off screen. I heard, oh, he Claymored him. I don't remember seeing it.
It was sort of like a half on, half off.
Yeah. I just think count out is not always the strongest option.
Especially on Triple Threat rules, there are no count outs.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. And I haven't seen anyone else complaining about it, so I think everyone's just happy Braun Strowman didn't win the match. Well,
Yeah,
technically
that's
it did, but
That's fair.
didn't come down to
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio.
That was fun.
Yeah.
For what it was fun.
Yeah. No complaints.
No, nothing unpredictable.
The double 619 was a thing of beauty. That
I
was
think the
so
biggest
cool.
shock is the fact that Cain Velasquez wasn't involved.
I think, yeah, that's it. Plus, the biggest shock is Dominic did almost as many moves as what Ray did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what? Low
Low
blow,
blow,
619
and
from
front splash.
front splash.
and then got suplexed across the ring.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Good times.
But once again, no shock there.
No.
I don't. Yeah, Ray was. I just think,
Probably
they did the whole spot. They had their 5 seconds. The moment Lesnar kicked out, you knew Lesnar was winning.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, easy.
it came down to a tiny man and his son who hasn't wrestled versus Brock Lesnar, who literally threw a car door into a woman on a Raw like 5 years ago.
Yep.
Daisy.
Also, Rey Mysterio is Doink the Clown.
Damn it. That tweet.
And add comparison for yeah, so pretty standard. That was
Yep.
And now on
we
to
had
the
the main event.
worst match of the night.
It was just. Oh boy.
I didn't
Not
watch
well
most of it.
paced.
I didn't watch most of it. I saw the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's sort of a match where no one dominated. Everyone got 3 moves.
Bailey accidentally
and then-
cannonballed herself into a turnbuckle.
That too. It was sort of like everyone swapped every 30 seconds, and it was.
There was some like moments that could have been cool. There was one moment where like Bailey was gonna hit. She was on the apron, she was gonna hit Becky, and then like Shayna caught her from the other side of the ropes and put her in a cocaine clutch, whatever she calls it. And that was awesome, but it fizzled very quick. Like there were moments that were decent that could have been a lot better.
Yeah, but they just didn't pull the trigger on it.
It just felt like, neither, from what I saw, like all 3 women weren't really trying.
Yeah.
Like, even a lot of the selling was kind of, like there was a moment at the end, Bailey clotheslined Shayna and then went to go pick her up, and by the time Bailey got back to Shayna, Shayna was already getting back up.
Yeah.
She's like, I know I'm gonna get picked up, and it's like, sell.
I think it was just clunky overall. Like there was some.
It just shouldn't have main evented. It wouldn't have been that big a deal if it wasn't a main event.
One of them.
I think-
they go.
If they had swapped that with
Let's
the women's,
Oh, that too. That too.
either end. like
I
scooping
think
around.
because they wanted an NXT victory to main event it.
Exactly.
Oh,
So switch to
switch
switch
them.
matches.
Yeah.
Because that was a great match.
And then they did something dumb and had Becky standing tall
Yeah.
afterwards
What
because.
was that about?
Oh, I fucking
the
got
man.
mad at that.
Becky
Oh.
putting Shayna through a table after Shayna wins, so that the closing moments are Becky standing on the table,
Yeah.
holding the title.
Well, it says
Why?
underneath her she's a fucking loser
Yeah.
because it
With
was
one
4-2-1.
Because Corey Graves' argument when announcing was that Becky wasn't pinned, so she didn't lose. But then she took the sore loser route anyway. So,
That's like saying, I was in the NRL Grand Final, but I wasn't on the field, so I didn't lose it.
Yeah.
She was in the match, she didn't get the W.
yeah.
She
Exactly.
lost.
Mhm.
She didn't eat the pin, but she still lost. She
Yeah.
was part of a losing team.
So I get that it was to send a message to Shayna being like, oh, we have unfinished business or whatever, but like, they didn't have to
I
do
didn't
that
even
then.
think it was that. It was just
They didn't have
WWE
to do
going,
that.
oh, it's Becky. Becky
Yeah.
needs to be on top. If
And
she's
it's
not
like-
going to win, she's still going to be on top.
It's like Becky always has to be like the top. It's like
She's
no
going to be
one
an
else.
exclamation point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see if it goes somewhere, but we'll find
I
out.
don't think it will, because Survivor Series is over. No
Yeah.
more fucking
Probably won't for
jumping
another
brands.
6 months.
They might do a cross-brand match. We don't know.
No,
for sure.
that's done. They've solidified that's done. No crossing
that-
brands because everyone fucking hated it, and that's all we had.
Yeah. That's why I had like final.
No, I mean like a big-time match at Mania, or like probably not Rumble. But
If it was
Becky
Mania,
out.
it's going to be drop title for some reason as a
Yeah,
trade.
that's
It's
what
going
I
to be
think.
officially a move.
That's what I think it'll be.
That's why I said 6 months. Shane will probably drop it at the takeover at Mania. Then she'll be the Raw after Mania.
I think
call-up or
I
something.
well, I don't think there's going to be call-ups. So I think if anything, they're going to wait until next year's draft.
Yeah,
Whether
fair
they
enough.
do like another mini draft after Mania, that's the call. I just don't think it needed to end that way. I just don't think there's any
Yeah.
purpose to it. It was literally just WWE going, she's our top female, so they're no matter what, end her on top.
Yeah. It was a bit stupid.
You know, let's just go like this is a very over the top like exaggeration, but you know, let's throw all the way back to Chris Benoit
Oh,
winning
boy, why
winning the
would that?
championship. So he
I'm not
wins
sure
the
it
championship. You know, he beats who do you beat? He beats Kurt Angle and Triple H.
I think so.
Yep, he gets the title. Big Mo, Eddie Guerrero, but Undertaker comes out for no apparent reason, lays them both out, and it's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Ruin the moment. Like Shayna won it. It's a big NXT moment. We didn't get the big NXT.
Yeah.
We won. Holy shit. The
Big
developmental show that no one wins is
Big
the
time.
top.
Yeah.
It ends with oh
Becky's
Becky's
on
on
the
top.
table.
By the way, NXT won.
Yeah.
And it
There
just
was no like giant roster celebration in the ring.
yeah. It's eating your palmy and then the last bite tastes like shit. You don't want that. You want the last bite to taste as good as the rest.
Exactly.
Survivor
So that
Series.
shit tastes like Becky.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just mad about it. It didn't need to happen. It didn't need
No.
to be there. It's just once again we talked about this in the last episode, the constant jamming of Becky down people's throats.
Yep.
And that's why I don't think there should be anything to do with her and Shayna for a long time until they're on the same brand.
Yep.
Because I have to get more Becky on more shows again. I'm not going to be happy. We had that beginning at the end of Mania when she was double champ, and I hated it. And a lot of people hated it. It was too much Becky. It's too much anyone. I don't care
Yeah.
who it is. This is the time we should do it. Lead up to Survivor Series, where we're trying to do brand supremacy,
And don't
then
touch
it's
it.
done for the rest of the year. Royal Rumble, sure. Make them both lose the titles. They're both in the Rumble match. Sure. That's fine. Let them have a little bit of a fight in there.
Or even like, let Shane hold it. She's a surprise entrant in the Rumble.
Yeah, they got to really solidify what they're going to do though. How
Yeah,
NXT
but, like,
fits into every puzzle now if they're an
You know,
actual
it's,
brand.
It's going to be a Raw or SmackDown winner.
Yeah.
That,
I just think, you know, cool they had a little fight, but I mean, in all fairness, then couldn't you just argue that about a ton of matches now?
yeah.
Like, oh, Roddy cost AJ the match.
This is a post-show match beatdown, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to that.
But I mean, you know, it's still the same argument though.
Not really.
Yeah.
This is more.
In
of
all
a-
fairness, I would also say AJ has more claim to fight Roddy now.
This is more of a revenge, like, thing to happen after the match, which sets up a future match.
I still just don't think it happened. It needed to happen.
I don't think it needed to happen either. I'm just saying, like,
And it's setting
I
up
can
a...
see why they did it.
It's a
It
lot...
was dumb, but I can see why they did it.
I don't... No. Like, it's the only reason I see why they did it is, oh, Becky.
Yeah.
And I just still don't think, because it wasn't even like a fuck you, it was like, I'm the man. That's all it was, I'm the man. It wasn't anything to do against it. If, like, yeah, it just was very not necessary in any way. Becky didn't look weak.
No.
Becky, unless the whole, I mean, you know, she could have broken the table, that would have been cool, but she didn't look weak. She got laid out.
Yeah.
Let her be laid out.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't look weak. Well, I mean, everyone looked weak in that match because it's so poor, but in terms of the booking of it, she didn't look weak.
Yeah, exactly.
Bailey tapped out cleanly.
Yeah.
Like, that was fair. Bailey didn't need to Becky didn't need to do that to make herself look any stronger. If anything, it just ruined the moment. Like,
yeah.
it would have been if they wanted that to be intense stare off.
Yeah.
Shayna's in the ring celebrating. Becky comes in, gets right in her face. That would have been way more effective, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to sweep your legs and then jump on the table.
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't disagree that it was dumb. It was a dumb moment.
I just don't think there was any real like if that was the intent, there was so many better things they could have done. Because having your losing team standing tall at the end of the night looks
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
it makes everyone else look dumb.
That is like a team getting the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Jumping the team that wins whatever final it may be, Super Bowl, NRL, literally
whatever.
anything, being like, hey, what you gonna do now? We won the wooden spoon.
They walk onto the field and kick a field goal and fuck you.
Yeah.
Game isn't happening, but fuck you.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it was full Becky. I still think it was just the Vince McMahon, but Raw though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like Raw as top. Raw finishes it. Even though they had a big fat onesie down the bottom there,
They did not win on the main card at all.
they were literally the worst team.
Yeah.
They were first eliminated in both
Yeah.
Survivor
Yeah.
Series matches.
Yeah.
They had their one team. One was their tag team. Almost got the pin in the men's. So didn't get pinned in men's. Didn't get pinned in women's. Both got taken out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Just was such a poor ending. I just don't
Yeah.
think it main event. Like I reckon if they put the Women's Survivor Series one first, having Rhea top it and do it really well would have been a great moment. You still had Charlotte, you still had Sasha, you still had all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
I still think it was only main event because Becky.
Yeah.
Because your same argument, but women main event in Survivor Series for the first time ever. Yes. Why not have 15 women main event?
Yeah.
Why
Have
not
to have your
a lot
gimmicked
of
match
and
main
a
event.
lot of up and coming stars with a lot of veterans, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
With then the surprise topple at the end and
Yeah, exactly.
the only people that really celebrated winning,
Yeah.
like they celebrated, they were happy. All 5 of them were out there, they were cheering.
Yeah, exactly.
The men's one ended with Roman in the ring going. We had Roddy panicking up the ramp.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. Like it was the only one where we actually had like cohesion, which the whole thing's about.
Yeah.
Well, that's the pay-per-view.
Oh, no.
I'm not wrong. Yeah,
I'll be back.
He's gone.
he's broken.
Well, on that note,
Right, Scully.
That's what he was doing. He was on the
That's
ground,
his face,
and
yeah.
he fist bumped because he thought he was cool.
I mean, that was a good moment. Of,
It
like,
was a good
respect.
respect, but I laughed because he went like that, and Keith Lee's face like, is this racist? Okay.
Where did that come from?
It was just the
Okay.
face.
It was just like,
Okay.
like your definition of it. Roman Reigns gone. Eh.
Yeah. I just
Alright.
think matches could have been shut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Overall, great so weak finish, but for a Survivor Series, that was a good Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick of WWE finishing on poor notes.
Definitely.
Like it's more often than not we have a bad main event
Yeah.
because
WWE.
certain stars they want to put on top or whatever. I reckon they should add in a rule if they're going to do the multi-man pay-per-views, the same person can't main event twice in a row. You have 2 main titles,
Fair enough.
switch them
Switch
around.
it up.
Yeah, fair enough.
And whenever
You put-
Taker's around, main
You
event.
put your gimmicked match as your main event.
Yeah, if it's a gimmick, so your your TLCs, your Money in the Bank,
Your Survivor
Rumble,
Series.
Survivor Series, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Should main event because that's your gimmick.
Yeah.
I do think it's good now that we have so much happening. We do have Survivor Series is one of those ones where we do have tons of gimmick matches.
Yeah.
We have multiple options to main event.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day, not even back in the last year's TLC, we had one.
Yeah.
We had one official TLC. We had more chairs matches than TLC.
Remember when we actually had, I think it was back in 2014, a stairs match.
The stairs match, wasn't that Mark Henry Big Show?
No, that was Chaz.
Or was it
Ryback?
Sheamus? Probably was Ryback. I fucking repress
I think it
every
was
memory of
Ryback.
Ryback.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was like his Chaz and
But no, yeah, so I think in
That's so
terms of it
stupid.
being a gimmick pay-per-view, it did great.
Yes.
It had its gimmicks, everyone was involved, a
Just
lot of
needed
the hype
reshuffle
going
a
into
bit.
it was good. Yeah, reshuffle. I reckon, honestly, you could have gotten all your championship matches out first.
Yeah.
Lesnar Ray, Fiend,
Bryan.
and then Adam Dunn, and then you have your
Gimmicks.
Survivor Series. Because I feel like having long breaks between some of them was kind of like, oh, I completely forgot about the school.
Yeah, exactly.
I think women's match was a great opening match, though.
Oh, yeah.
It would have, but it would have also been a great closing.
Yeah.
They were behind it because NXT did so well.
Because then you would have had like all 5 of them of the NXT women in there.
I think, honestly, you could have swapped the matches around, it would have been fine. Like, if you swapped the main event and the closing match around, it would have been fine.
That's what we said.
I think it would have made it better,
Wait, the
honestly.
main event and what?
And the opening match.
Yeah, that's exactly the point we're making.
Yeah.
I was thinking having the 5 NXT women actually beat everyone, especially with the whole 3 of them only doing it, all that sort of stuff, would have been a great finish.
Yeah.
It was a really good match in terms of a lot of stuff happening. First one would, like I said, Shayna, Becky, and Bayley wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't titled main event.
Yeah.
If it was just this is a match, it'd be pretty bad.
I think the crowd would have been more invested as well if it was okay.
Yeah, and it'd be in it. They do it. Yeah, that was alright, but you still know you have more matches to come.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in that crowd sitting there going,
Well,
okay, now I've got to go home after this.
Yeah.
Once again, it wasn't terrible. It was just
yeah.
It was just there. It happened.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything great about it. I feel like that comes after a night where, because these matches are so big, there's so many spots. And this one didn't really feel like it had spots until the end.
Yeah.
Which the end was, gets in the ring, gets choked out.
Yeah.
Tap. And then once again, the Becky thing wouldn't have mattered too much because she wouldn't have looked so stupid.
Yeah, that's it.
Just fucking being proud of the one win,
Makes you look a bit sad.
makes it look really
Eh.
hey, we were here, we were here.
It's like getting a participation medal.
Yeah. Or they'll just do the whole Queenslander fan thing. But but we won 8 years in a row though. So but last year we clean sweep except for that match, it didn't happen because Usos won.
Damn it, Raw.
Alright,
yeah.
it happened.
Let us know what you guys thought about Survivor
Not even
Series.
there we go.
Let us know. Let us fucking know, Yeah.
We got
Tell us
TLC
what-
coming up.
Yeah, that'll be
3
fun.
weeks from now.
Put your predictions in the comments.
Tell us what your favourite matches were for this one, if you guys have any
Why
favourite
was it
moments or
Pete Dunne and
spots.
Cole?